A lot of action in the UT sports world today. Here's Jasleen with the update.
Thanks, Thomas. It's sweet to be elite. The Lady Vols took care of business in the Sweet 16 this afternoon despite playing a virtual road game against Oklahoma. Lady Vols facing the Sooners in the Oklahoma City Regional semifinal. Off the steal, Kamiko Williams dishes it out to Megan Simmons. She hits her long bucket of the night, Tennessee up 9-3. The senior Kamiko led all scorers tonight. Here misses the baseline lay-in, but gets her own rebound and putback. She finished with 15. Isabel Harrison with the jumper, part of a 10-0 run by the Lady Vols. Izzy with a dozen. Into the second, Tennessee struggled coming out of the locker room, but Sierra Burdick gets them going and hits the jumper. Now up by 20, the basketball pass down to Jasmine Jones. She misses the easy layup, but is there on cleanup duty. Lady Vols win 74-59. The upset of the weekend was in the game following the Lady Vols. Top-ranked Baylor taking on Louisville, Shoni Schimmel, the crazy reverse. Louisville led by as many as 16, and Louisville will hold on for an 82-81 win. It's Louisville and the Lady Vols Tuesday night. The Vols baseball team was an arrow away from winning Game 1 of the series against number 3 Vandy, then gave up the big inning last night in an 8-3 loss. Today, the Vols look to salvage a game in the series against one of the top teams in the country. Top of the second, A.J. Simcox with the base hit through the hole. Parker Wormsley scores. Vols led 4-0 after 2. Vandy puts this game away later. Connor Harrell with the shot to the gap. That brings home a couple runs. Vandy wins 12-8. Back to you, Thomas.
Thank you, Lord. Jasleen.
The baseball team get ready for yet another match-off against number 11 South Carolina right here in Lindsey Nelson Stadium at 7 p.m. The Lady Vols will face the Auburn Tigers tonight here at Thompson-Boling Arena. This will be their 5th game conference against the Tigers. The Lady Vols look to keep their top rank in SEC standings. Offense was the name of the game tonight for the Lady Vols as they took on the Auburn Tigers. Megan Simmons explains what could have contributed to this win tonight.
Coach Elsie and Coach Law were telling me, they wanted to see some really good defense tonight. So I feel like, my defense really did dictate my offense. I got early points off of steals, and on the offensive end, we just moved the ball around, we shared the ball. It wasn't just me that got steals. A lot of people got the passing and me that got steals. But we had a really good team effort today, and I'm proud of the team and how we played.
The Vols get off to a good start, leaving the Auburn Tigers trailing 19-2 at the start. Tennessee went 6-7 from three-point range in the first 7 minutes of the game and eventually owned a 33-7 lead. The Lady Vols had a great start offensively, with Simmons scoring 11 points in the first 8 minutes of the game. Sierra Burdick had a double-double, scoring 15 points overall and 13 rebounds for the Lady Volunteers. Tabor Spanny and Bashar Graves also had doubles, with Spanny contributing 16 and Graves adding 14 to the score. Tennessee wins 83-61.
My name is Rick Russo. I am the sports director here at Volunteer TV, Local 8 News and Sports, and have been here for quite some time. I go by football seasons, and this is my 26th football season, believe it or not, here in Big Orange Country, and covering UT football and all the sports of the area. But I started off in college, of course. I went to junior college, Miami-Dade South, for 2 years. I grew up in South Florida, in Miami. I transferred to the University of Florida and finished up my education there. And right out of school, back in 1984, I got a job in Savannah, Georgia, WSAV-TV, and worked there for a few years before coming here in August of 1987, and I've been here since. I was fortunate enough to know what I wanted to do in the latter part of my high school. I was always a big fan of sports, and I grew up in an area where the NFL was big, the Miami Dolphins, and I was always a fan of those NFL films shows, where they show you the highlights and the beautiful video they take, and all that. I wanted to be that guy who got behind the camera and actually filmed that kind of stuff. So I was intrigued by it and thought that going into this field, into communications and broadcasting, would be one way to eventually work my way into something like that. But the more I got involved, the more I started to learn about every aspect of the business, the more I was led to doing what I am doing now. I've gotten experience along the way doing all kinds of things, everything from videographer to reporter. I've worked on the radio side. Working in radio is so key in helping one, I believe, become a good reporter, because of the constant turnover of news and the constant the news cycle is incredibly fast, and you're constantly updating that. So that helps you become a better reporter and journalist, I think. You know, our chores, especially in sports, you know, we like to say we're jack of all trades. We literally have to do it all. We have to write, we have to produce, we have to edit, we have to go out and shoot the video that we actually see on the air. We have to eventually anchor the sports on the air. But there's so much more to it now, and what I'm getting at is the internet and social media. Our responsibilities now include making sure that stories are updated on the web, video is streamed to the web, and that we on a regular basis are staying in touch and in tune with social media, and making sure that we're also updated on Facebook and Twitter. So it's not what I bargained for when I got in the business all those years ago, but it keeps me fresh, keeps me young, and certainly keeps me busy throughout the day. What advice? Run far away. don't do it. No. I would, number one, I would say, if that's your goal, stick to it, make it your conviction, and just, I mean, work hard at it, and never give up, never take no for an answer. Now, having said that, I go back to what I said earlier. Make yourself appealing in many different ways. Make sure your employer knows that you can handle a camera, you can handle an interview as a reporter, you can edit video, you can work, you're computer savvy, you can work on the web, you're good with social media. I think it's very important to let them know that you can handle all these areas, and that certainly will work in your favor. Stick by your goals, and work hard, and don't give up until you achieve them.